818 million has been put into XRP in the last 24 hours. This is almost half of the 1.9 billion that was changed in cryptocurrency in Korea as a whole. Big banks around the world are starting to accept cryptocurrencies. For example, JP Morgan Chase in the US has said it will start taking XRP as payment. These crazy acts are a big step forward in history. This shouldn't be a surprise, though, since US banks like JP Morgan and BlackRock are really moving towards XRP. There's many of you missed the secret report that came out on October 17, 2025. Hidden. BlackRock and JP Morgan are said to have been buying XRP in secret and hiding it in their balance sheets the whole time. The XRP ETF, the Ethereum ETF, and the Bitcoin ETF have been pushed for by these big businesses. It turns out that these people are very bullish on XRP and are even buying it up without telling anyone. So much so that US President Donald Trump signed a bill that will let trillions of dollars flow to the US economy and into US coins. All this is backed by big, well-known banks, such as Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and JP Morgan. XP is the most well-known coin in the US, so this is very important. Also, this project, this big group of people called RealFi, is adding 654 trillion to the XRP ledger. On the other hand, we need to know a lot about XRP. Billionaires and even trillionaires are putting money into the XP system at that level. It could really go over $2,000 then. One XRP is expected to be worth more than 10,500. Before we get into the facts, there's truth to this, and real people are about to make it clear that this will happen. We've teamed up with a holding company to give anyone who watches this movie some free XRP. You can even vote and get free XRP worth up to 100. You can make a lot of money with 296. You only need to like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, use the link in the description to sign up and uphold and then buy something. Everything can be done in 5 minutes now. Once more, the money is really free. That's the reason I strongly advise it. You should get your free XRP and tell your friends and family about this deal. Let's watch the show now. It's important to know that banks around the world are adding money to the XRP system. One global bank, though, is about to raise the price of XRP from $3 to over $3,000. It's named Swift. Swift ERP is even being thought of as it could be used instead of the whole SWIFT system in the US. It shows a huge 1.25 trillion market that could make the price of XRP go through the roof, going above $3 almost right away. Steve Gerlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, said it would happen and that Bitcoin's market value would reach $200. And he also said that XRP's market value would go up a lot because more people would use it to pay for things. That's why I say, XRP. That means we'll set the price of Bitcoin no later than a few weeks from now. This is the size we're talking about. I think you all need to hear the clip, so I'm going to play it. XRP's price has been going up and down by the SEC. A lot of people seem to forget that before the SEC got involved in the crypto markets, XRP was the second most valuable digital currency after ETH. The SEC then said, hey, we think ETH is probably fine. ETH went up too. They then sued Ripple, which made XHP a fall. This is not how our government should work. It's fair that everyone has the same chances and plays on the same field. In this case, the government shouldn't decide who wins and who loses. We're sure we'll win and everything will work out. For now, though, it's annoying for the XRP family, which is a great way to describe the group. It sounds like it will be crazy. The next time around, XRP will be used instead of meme coins. I thought that's where all the money came from. What amount of money do you want Bitcoin to be worth? Because the Cardano founder, as I already said, blockchain said $250,000 by the end of the year. I think it has something to do with Bitcoin. I don't believe XRP will happen. It's too close to home. I don't think 200,000 is too much, though. I believe I've already said that. Headwinds or negative forces went away in a big part of the United States economy, which has the biggest economy in the world. When you look ahead, what do you think XRP will be worth? And how does it measure up to Bitcoin? As we've already said, Bitcoin has been a success in many ways, but not when it comes to payments. How fast does Bitcoin work? It can take up to an hour to confirm a deal if you don't want to wait an hour for the transaction to be completed. To have it said before that you shouldn't use Bitcoin to buy coffee. It would be very expensive to do business after that. Take out your Bitcoin. You should know that this XRP Open is so big that it might make our kids pay $3,000. There's now talk that even more money will come in now that Trump signed that bill. A big company called RealPi has also locked the 50 trillion global real estate market onto the XRP system. A huge amount of money has already begun to move into the XRP system. It was only a few days ago that RealPi announced they had opened more than $10 homes and businesses worth more than $2 billion in more than 50 places around the world. Once more, this is very important because you can buy these homes with the XRP record and the real coin that is based on XRP. This means that you can turn XRP into a real coin and then use the XRP record to buy and sell. It's a big deal that real world goods are now on the XRPL. Plus, this is just the start. Take a look at what they posted half a day ago. It's been months. Our store for Real 5 assets and our payment system for Real 5 are now live. Both use the XP system and Real tokens to run. In a few days, we'll finish phase 1 of the Real 5 setting and start phase 2 right away. Dedicated to getting our goods seen and used all over the world. And the Real symbol is at the heart of the next step. Reality is an early adopter of faster payment and real estate in the future. Something big is about to happen, so this is very important. But now you need to know how big this is. XRP is used to handle almost all of the money in this case. This includes Swift in the house business, and Real Coin is really the one who is making things happen. Of course, a couple of $100 trillion will come from payments, and another couple of $100 trillion will probably come from hi-fi. The whole world of real estate and business will be easier to use after this. If you look at Real Ticket, you'll see that I'm really excited about it. You've probably heard this before, but it really interested me. Guys, take a look. This is the real coin. It helps a lot and has almost no resistance. In other words, this is going to take a long break. I've already talked about them. Guys, the price keeps going up. Check out the Real Ticket. For my part, I believe this will make future generations wealthy. It's very, very big. Another thing is that Real Token got an A flow from the bank. Guys, read the 4%. The biggest breakout we've ever seen is about to happen. I see this so clearly. In this case, I believe each Real, it's worth a few $100s. There are many experts and researchers. Do not believe what I say. Take a look at these experts and scientists soon. I'll show you some of them. A lot of them think that if the Real Token helps with just 1% of the 60-50 trillion global real estate market as planned, it will go through the roof and hit the 64,500 range. That's the size. That means that every 10,000 would make you a multimillionaire if you went from 3 cells to 60,000. Guys, this is what we mean when we say utility and possibility on a large scale. Guys, you don't find things like this very often. It's not often that you can find a utility that is on the HB ledger and has all the pros. Institutions worth millions or even billions of dollars back it up. It's possible that one of them will work with Ripple. All of these are at real money, and it's still very early. It's not growing or at all because not many people know about it. 100, 200, 300, or 400 at least. Again, it began about 2 months ago and went from flipping 100 of a penny to 3 cents.